Okay, time for a Shyvana game. We'll be continuing the, well, escaping low elo series, I suppose, at this point. We can call it that. People have been enjoying all the videos for it recently, so I will be continuing for the champions that I think will be strong for you to play. Can this guy help me with his camp, please? So Shyvana's next. We're going to be playing AP Shyvana. I want to split up some AP and AD picks for the most part here. And AP Shyvana is actually very easy as long as you stick to like some, again, basic concept. So that's what we'll be doing here. Show you a very basic way to go play this. And you should be good. Start off with E here. Guy is standing very far inside of the red buff, which makes him take more damage. I can't switch. Oh, there it is. Very interesting leash. Actually not going to smite this here because the leash actually was so good that it wouldn't be worth smiting at this point. We're just going to do this and then we'll do focus on the big one here. But yeah, we'll continue the series here. Because again, if people are enjoying it, there's no reason not to do it, you know. Focus this. And then right here, we just focus these two small ones with 2 auto attacks and the pet will kill the rest. Making use of the pet there. Initial plan here is just full clearing. It's an interesting enemy team comp to face. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but I'm kind of expecting my team to just die a lot to random stuff they don't know how to play against. So we'll see how things go. Here, walk the camp. Walk a little bit. See if you can position position the small ones a little bit differently. Save yourself some damage. All my skills now. It's beautiful. We're clearing top side down, by the way, consistently here because we, as Shyvana, like clearing towards dragon is quite good. Clearing away from dragon, not recommended. Yeah, it's better to clear towards dragon. You can absolutely clear away from it, but you do have to keep in mind that yeah, it'd be less convenient at that point to take dragons, I suppose. Enemy bot lane is pushing in. Main priority here is definitely finishing the full clear first, so we're gonna do that before anything else. And then after this we can look for bot. I don't want to use my E on this camp right now. I want to rather use it on the next one because this one is higher HP, so more value out of the full E. Use your Q as auto attack resets here. Okay. I'll pop my potion basically the moment this camp dies. Just after the heal here. There we go. And then we just walk bot. In this situation, we insta-walk bot because we see the enemy bot lane all the way pushed in. The same rule, when they stand between the bush and the wall there, you just go for it. Finish him off first and basically finish off the target that's running first. And now we just wait for cooldowns because I also wait for Draven to drop his axe basically. I'm probably not going to get this. Which might get that out actually. But the big one there is I want to like wait for Draven to drop his axe before I make a play. Also here, something to be really careful for right now. I am playing against a Warwick. A Warwick has this hunt passive, right? So if I'm low HP and I would still go for the scuttle here, I would risk dying to Warwick painfully. So that's definitely not good. There we go. Nice recurve bow, beautiful. I'll take one control ward here as well with like dragon in mind, basically. Not going to use it randomly for stuff, but like dragon in mind. Now here, we made the play. We saw the enemy push in, so we did give up the scuttle. I'll always say that the gank, if there is an opportunity, takes priority over taking a scuttle in this situation. So definitely, in that situation, go for the gank and ignore the scuttle. It is pretty much always better. The attack speed here is good because you get more attack speed hits on your E, which makes things a little bit easier as well. Especially going into the dragon. If you're like purely looking for 1v1 fights or fights against champions, technically building the AP is going to be better. But yeah, we're going for Nashor's first item anyway. Group them together, make sure to land E on everything and then auto attack with the Q reset. That is pretty much the biggest thing you have to know about like combos for her, I suppose. Just make sure to auto attack and then Q every time. And here we're just going to finish our full clear once again. We have that tempo going, and after this clear we're going to look for that dragon if possible. You want to make sure you hold your hold at least a smite for the dragon. And my next smite will be up relatively soon, so I am able to potentially smite my Gromp here if I want to. But yeah, definitely make sure to have a smite ready for dragon to execute it with. So in this case, I can't smite. It's okay, because the next smite will be up in time. There's no problem here. Warwick is top lane. I should be able to just do the dragon here. We place a control ward here. There's no one. Hit it, step back, and then we just go for it now. With the Warwick being top lane, the objective, in my opinion, takes a priority over the kill here. Especially a dragon on Shyvana. So we're just going to use our time right now to quickly get this down. I'm a little bit low on HP there, but just, as you see, Shyvana really does well into dragon, so it's not too big of a deal. But you do want to be a little careful that you're not too low on health, because that could hurt you. There we go. We pick up the plant here. And now we could maybe look for the bot play, depending. There is indeed a ward here. Got hit by that. Just gonna wait for my Twitch to walk up. I'm gonna create as much distance as possible, so this allows them to chase me, and then Twitch can walk up and make a play, hopefully. Hit him, so I get the assist minimum. I do want to be careful on this HP, especially, again, against the Warwick. I don't want to give him free bleed thing against me. Twitch in this situation positioned himself super far back, as you saw. Like, he walked all the way back up here, which kind of made that a little bit more awkward than it really should have been. Oh, this thing is better. You have the money for it, buy it. There we go. And then we just run on the base again. The dragon play has been made, so now we just go back to the Krugs here, and then we just full clear once again. Ooh, very good kill there from the Aurelia, bringing it back against Thresh. And now we'll be hitting level 6 soon, which is like your biggest power spike, basically. Your initial one is 6, and then the second one is Nashor's. After that, like, you'll be absolutely chilling. But those are the big ones to look for. Just that kind of consistency, full clear into like the dragon setup. Very good. Control wards there are pretty crucial as well, because if I didn't have the control ward in that situation, I could have very much risked dying. Like, if there was a ward on dragon and I started it on the HP I was at, that could have been a big problem. We saw the Warwick top lane, so that does make things a little bit safer as well. Like that. Finish the full clear here. And then with this ult, we're just gonna look for something pretty quickly, I would say, on bot lane especially. We pretty much know their summoners are down on bot, so that we can easily abuse something like that and just have a consistent clear towards it. Top lane wasn't a really good opportunity for a gank, because as you remember from the, I believe, Mundo one, they weren't positioned like the way I played that, right? Wasn't really positioned there for it. Also, yeah. Clean this up. A bit of a problem. Make sure to connect your ultimate here. There we go. Hold on to my Q for now. I'm gonna E first, and then we want to Q after. Did he just flash? He just flashed. It's fine. Clean that up, and then we clean the ward here as well. The big thing, like the biggest thing I want you to remember consistently here for AP Shyvana, you want to connect your ultimate every single time. If you go into a play, try to like, unless the enemy target is like 30% HP or something, and you know your E will kill, connect your ultimate. This thing does so much damage when you actually hit it. Like, it's already 200 additional damage just hitting the ult. It's very, very big. It also groups them together favorably for you as well. We're gonna auto attack this thing as much as possible instead of like smiting or anything, because we want to get our dragon form back to potentially go for a bot gank here. Like the plant, there is a plant, that's beautiful. Okay. Goes in. What we're looking for. Again here, try to connect your ultimate. Didn't really do it this way. That was quite bad, but that cost me a bunch of damage. Oh, I was blinded by Teemo. That's annoying. Should still be fine. Guys. Yeah. That was a poor play on my end. I didn't connect my ultimate, so I lost a lot of damage and then missed my E as well because Draven, I believe, flashed it or something. So, gotta be careful. It is whatever. I made a mistake. We're just back. Without dragon form here, like if you use your dragon form and it ends, you can basically just walk out of the fight after that, because you would have lost a lot. To the point where, well, like, you can't really fight without your dragon form too effectively. So, yeah. 50 seconds on dragon. We just have to reset here. We can full clear basically down towards the dragon, get our dragon form back, and then we can take this. And we should be good. Thresh is doing really well here into the Aurelia. I had a feeling this was going to happen because this Aurelia probably has zero experience playing to a Thresh mid. Not many people do have experience into that, so that's fair play, you know. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but also another thing. We're getting very close to 50k subscribers. Only a couple of hundred away at this moment in time. So about 65% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. If you do enjoy my content, consider it. It would be greatly appreciated. And yeah. The dragon form back up here. We see the dragon respawning soon. Extra W second. And we're just gonna... Well, we see Warwick top, so we're gonna deviate from the initial plan of finishing my clear. Because with Warwick top lane, this dragon is free. That's very free. Oh, that's just a free double kill. Let's go for it. Oh. Walk around the Deimos room. Built into it. Are you little annoying... I knew it was going to happen. That's fine. That was just a free double kill right there. We run into it, making sure to land the ult. Oh, I forgot about this room. That's going to hurt. The dragon. I feel like I should be able to rush this down because Warwick is currently focusing on mid turret, and I happily trade a mid turret for a dragon. Not a big deal. So this is definitely worth it for me. Beautiful. That was one of those situations where, like, if it was one kill, I probably would have gone done the dragon first, but it's a double kill on the enemy bot lane. So it's like 2 kills. It's super free. I'm not gonna say no to the double kill, you know. If it was one kill, like if it was like the top laner, for example, let's just say, or like just the support, I probably would have just done the dragon because I probably value the dragon more than just 1 kill, but 2 free kills, that's hard to say no to. Clean that up. Take a recall again. Good. Get the Sorks, and then we'll build towards Night Harvester next. There we go. Pick up the Codex again. Ton of ability haste here. Ability haste is a big stat for Shyvana because you want to have your E up as much as possible. To, well, get a bunch of E's in team fights, do a bunch of damage with that. We are 2 dragons up so far. That's really good. Right now, I do want to look for kills on Braum and Thresh because they're both worth quite a big shutdown. I've already focused on bot lane for quite a bit as well. So for me, a high priority right now would definitely be looking for them. The early game pathing thing has mostly been done. Like, we've just done a consistency of a couple full clears into a nice dragon every time. So now we can start to, like, deviate slightly, potentially, for, like, some kill opportunities. In this situation on top, for example, like, I can just run up here because most likely Braum's gonna walk up into this lane right now and should be able to get ganked. Or Pantheon pushes up, Thresh pushes up even. Okay, go mid then. Just look for anything of the enemy team that slightly walks up into anything, you can go for. Fine. There we go, good. Again, they're making sure I connect my ultimate. Like, the more you can walk into melee range, the easier it is to land your ultimate, so that makes things pretty smooth. But yeah, just be careful. Make sure to hit it, because as you see, 360 damage is nothing to scoff at. Now we want to not play too aggressive here. We actually want to go and clear some of these camps once again, because we now need our dragon form back. Without the dragon form, it's going to be pretty difficult to gank. At this point, my Grom should be respawning relatively soon. There it is. My Twitch just recalled with my Yuumi, so I can probably just hold one wave here and stall a little bit of time that way. It's fine. Just holding the wave. Clearing this one against the Draven when the Twitch isn't here. Pick that up. Good. And then we just walk away. This way they get no push out of it. They're pressured away from me. And I will just be able to stall a little bit. Now all I have to do is just farm up my dragon form here real quick, and I might be able to look for like a quick gank on bot. There are no other shutdowns to be gained because they really actually just got the one from Braum, so that's good. That means that whatever I decide to go for doesn't matter that much right now. Which probably means that just a free double kill on bot is going to be the move. But now we know that this is control warded, making things a little bit more sketch. So instead of like actually connecting ult here, I'm probably going to have to like... Ooh, actually, there's a thingy here. Use the plan to our advantage in this situation. Walk it up. Okay, they flashed it. That's pretty hard to do anything against, really, but it was a good ult angle, as you saw. walk into that one, give me a free Dark Harvest deck. Like, you can see my ability haste being really good here. Should be a death. Are you serious? There's a Thresh here. Gonna have to flash that. I saw it coming from a mile away. Dude, the fact that Teemo lived on 1 is very unfortunate. What can I say? I lost my dragon form again, so sticking around for something here is not going to be too ideal. Let's go take a recall. The dragon's going to spawn in like 50 seconds. I definitely want to get my recall in before that, if possible. Pick this up. I will actually pick up a Dark Seal. I could have definitely done that much sooner, but I didn't really have spare money in most situations. Just having a Dark Seal is like, if you can stack it up, it's going to be additional gold. I'm actually not going to... I probably have the time actually to walk to my Crocs. I was about to say I was initially just going to walk the Raptors and down the Dragon, but I feel like I should be fast enough with Blue Smite especially. You want to be careful for your Smites here, that you don't use them and not have one for Dragon. But I have 2 currently, so it should kind of be okay. I'm doing these camps mostly because I want my Dragon form back as well. Enemy team's taking a fight, winning it currently. My team is losing it. Yeah, get my Dragon form back and just walk down now. Well, it was already kind of over, so I don't think running there faster would have made a big difference. He might go for Dragon here, but it should be fine. Wait it out a little bit. Connect the Dragon. Walk away from his sphere. Walk back in. Smite him so he gets slowed, and then we just walk up to him now. Play with your distance, really. Like, really play with your E cooldown as well. Play for your E cooldown and connect your Dragon. Connect your dash. Very important. And now we finish this off. Very good. That is, like, the big thing for that. Obviously, prioritizing a squishy target as well is quite big. Going for Draven first instead of going for a Warwick first, because if I go for a Warwick first and he presses his damage reduction thing, that would be bad for me. But that's really that. Take the recall here. Technically, you could like upgrade into a Magi's anytime you would like. It is recommended, to be fair, if you are able to keep your stacks alive. But if you're not, that's completely okay. Don't worry about it too much. I'm gonna go for the Cosmic Drive next. In this situation, gives a nice 100 AP, a lot of ability haste. Again, one of those primary stats we are looking for on Shyvana. So, very big there. Just clean up the wave here. My Dragon form is almost back. Okay. Ow. You do quite a bit of damage, buddy. I will say. Yeah. Good. I'm again playing on distance there for the most part. Making sure to connect my Dragon form. Like, he does a lot of damage to me, but I do a lot of damage back. Okay, I need to respect Warwick right now. Walk back here. I'm gonna position myself as safe as I can. As you saw there, the Warwick was gonna walk up to me on the minimap. And I need to be respectful of that. Like, I can't die to that. There's a good chance he takes Rift Herald now, but there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. I don't have any Dragon form up, so I'd have to take the fight in a very unfavorable position. Okay. Our main priority here is making sure we get the soul point if possible. That is like a big one. The Rift Herald is most likely gonna die any second now. I mean, either it despawns in 10 seconds or the Warwick gets it within that time frame. And I really hope he doesn't get it, because that would be good for me, obviously. But I'm not using any of my abilities here, if you're wondering, because I want to have as many auto attacks on that camp as I physically can to get my Dragon form back faster. Sweep up some wards. Q, like an auto attack into a Q kills a ward instantly. That'll make sweeping wards with her pretty easy. Okay. Am I gonna have to be worried about a Baron situation here? He just recalled. I'm gonna walk up here because I'm a little bit scared that they're Baroning right now. Oh boy. Nope. Be careful. Make sure the dash connect your ult. Didn't connect it there, but it should still be fine. It was a very close connect there, honestly. I want to do Baron here. I do have quite a lot of damage for it. If Aurelia tanks this, we can do this super fast. Warwick somewhere in the area. I'm not using my E on Baron right now because I'd rather E the Warwick at this point. I should have landed my thing there. There we go. Just a nice E land on the double of the both of them. Trying to look for a good position on the E land to make sure I try to hit as many targets as possible. Also, because the Warwick was walking up, I wasn't initially. I would really hope you not AFK top way. Okay, well, that's a little unfortunate. But yeah, I was making sure to hold my E there, like making sure to like get good E's off. Try to hit as many targets as you possibly can. Wow. I don't know how I'm not getting I'm not getting Baron aggro from him though. I also like it how this Pantheon is just hard AFKing top wave. He does not care. My ult's up, so we could just pretty much go for this right away. Close to distance, do flash, that's fine. Lose all your health anyway. In that situation, if I walk up to him, it's gonna be pretty much impossible for me to land my ult because he's gonna have a speed boost from himself. And it's gonna be very tough to actually land that. I have 50 seconds for the next dragon, so I want to clear some of the camps before that moment. So we clear this one here, and then we recall. And then we can use these two camps to get our dragon form back stack-wise, and then we should be good. Pick this up, we go for the death cap next. Again, this thing counts basically as a second large world right now, because it gives 55 AP and 40 health, which is very close. I'm essentially sitting on 2 large worlds worth of value there, which is really good. I don't know if I can save him, probably not yet. Don't use any of your skills right now, you don't have your dragon form, so you have to make sure that you get this back first. Level 16 is big. Just gonna auto attack everything. Dragon's gonna spawn in 10 seconds, which we do want, obviously. I don't know if I can necessarily do this, to be honest, because I am very far down here. 3 people dead. But same rule applies. Land your ult. 1 down. 2 down. Good. You see me have 108 ability haste here, which, as you can see, these E's are landing fast. Without that, before the other one is even dead or gone, the next E already hit. That's why this is really nice. Meh, actually. I'd say I recall there, but I don't think I actually do. Moment in time, we're just gonna check his... Okay, that kind of hurts. There is a red buff here, nice. That up. We see Teemo. I have to be very careful with my positioning right here, because my team is not in a position to back me up, so I'm gonna have to be very careful. I'm not using any of my skills here. I'm just getting as many auto attacks, Q resets off as I physically can to get my dragon form back as fast as possible. There you go. We're closing in on the dragon form again. See if I can sprint top lane here real quick. Make sure to hit the bushes wherever you can as well for the additional move speed from Blue Smite. Did he just ult out? Oh, we're chilling. Walk up. Hit your ult. 900 damage off the ult. And this guy dives into it as well. There we go. Double kill. It's like winning these fights with this is pretty straightforward, as you can see. Just walk up into them as much as you can. And just ult. Make sure to connect your ult. Land the E right after. And you Q and you will kill most of them. Because at this moment in time, you're so strong that, like, you win most of them by yourself. You get the death cap on the recall here. I also don't have my dragon form anymore again, so looking for any type of active play on the map there is not going to be too great. As I mentioned several times at this point, I suppose. So, yeah. We got the 4 dragons. The next one is going to be that. Before I do anything now, I want to make sure I auto attack, not do anything but auto attack this thing down. So I get as many hits in for my dragon form as possible. Take the blue as well for extra ability haste too. A nice 113 ability haste, putting my E at a 3.7 second cooldown. You want a sweeping trinket here, not to walk into any of Teemo's rooms if possible. He's still chilling on bot lane. Walk next to the wall. Dash over, connect, E, dead. Oh, yeah. What can you say? But connecting this, look at this. 1300 damage practically. Connecting your ult, just that. So it'd be a waste not to. He push really fast here. One-shot him. Plant that E as well. Finish off the turret with the Qs. You do a lot of turret damage with this champ, so definitely make sure you use that to your advantage. There are 3 people dead. They can't defend here, so we just basically Q-shot turrets. Low cooldown on your Q and everything makes this really quick. I'll finish off the Warwick, I suppose. And that's game. There you go. That's it for Shyvana. I will see you guys in the second game. Alright, so before that actually, I will show you guys the end game stats here. I ended up doing 38.2k damage, which is like almost 4 times the rest of my team. Holy moly. Okay. True damage at about 800, which is smite. Damage to objectives at 64.1. Very big here. Like, this is the consistency of that clear into the objective pretty much every time. Allows you to get this pretty easily. And then this is a very, very important stat. We have healing done at 14.4. We have damage taken at 26.7. Self-mitigated at 25.4. Gold earned at 17k. And then for the runes, Dark Harvest dealt 2700 damage. Sudden impact for 1300 damage. Which just works really well with your ult engage, right? Like, you dash first and then EQ, and that will give you a bunch of additional burst. Treasure Hunter for extra gold tempo going into your Nashers, and then cooldown from the Transcendence and Gathering Storm for extra AP. Yeah, now I'll see you guys in the second game. Alright, time for game 2 of Shyvana. I do not want to invade. I'm not going. I don't want to get an early kill or anything of that nature. We're just going to go standard. My team ints, that will be favorable for me, but I don't want that lead. My champ's also very weak, so I don't want to at all. Anyway, in game 2, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to be nice and consistent. Clear top down towards dragon as earlier. And yeah, I'll show you the consistency of this setup. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about that. We have the Mundo top, which is going to be nearly impossible to gank anyway, so we'll see if that even happens. My team is going to go for the invade, but I do not want to participate in those, so I will not. If they take the red buff, that would be okay. Cool. Very good. I don't, like, usually you can follow invades, absolutely. Like, don't think you can't, but I don't want to get a kill lead. In a video like this, that would be not good. So yeah, rather not do that. That's a dangerous phase check. Yes, I thought that was going to be a danger. He already flashed? Are you? What is this, man? This guy is on drugs. Very interesting. Are you okay? Potion. Griffin is distracting them. She doesn't die here. That's beautiful. I'm just gonna quickly take the camp. Crisis averted. Don't worry about it. Cool. This is not good for my Riven though. But what is this invade, man? Okay, that rarely happens, I will say. But sure, whatever. I will just continue my clear. Don't worry about it, Mordekaiser. Generally, when that happens, like, one thing I like to do is do that. Just go for the camp. If they try to start chasing out or whatever, there's really not much they can do. I hope this doesn't hurt my Riven too much, because that's definitely not good for her. I was hoping she would, like, not die. Whatever. Interesting start. Mordekaiser is actually kind of doomed now, if I'm being honest. Losing out like that, and also not getting the camp is quite bad for you. What is happening, man? Okay. Clean this up. We still got the consistency of the clear in here. I don't think Griffin should be too bad off, honestly. Mundo didn't like push or cost him anything, so it's fine. So nice little finish to the full clear here. Might be able to look for a bot gank here if they walk up. Again, same thing. Like, if they walk between this wall and the bush, basically, that's like a good gank opportunity that I would definitely go for. But we'll see if that is going to be the case. I obviously lost more HP than I would have liked. Ooh, Raven with the first blood kill. Big. Actually very close as well. I wonder if Seraphine's gonna get that. I'm doing Grom first here, by the way, because I want to have the better, like, respawn clear. Ooh, Raven greeted. Okay. Raven could have just walked out and recalled and it would have been fine, but... My main priority, again, finishing the full clear. Usually I'd be nearly full HP at the end of this with the potion and stuff, but yeah. It's looking a little sketch at the moment. Okay, okay, chill. I don't want to get hit by any of your abilities. Okay, he doesn't have his thingy anymore now. Fine. You're stronger than me right now. If I wouldn't have lost all that HP on the initial play, this would have been fine, but he also cleared towards this, so we'll just take the recall. You can try to take the fight, don't overdo it though, what I would recommend. In this situation, I will take this Dark Seal and the Amp Tome on the recall. You can also like consider taking like a Blasting Wand or something, but if you don't have 1,000 gold for the recurve bow, then picking this up is just like better. This will set you up for some scaling potential, and then this is just a nice AP going into your Nashville as well. I don't really like picking up 2 daggers. That doesn't really do anything compared to actually picking up the recurve bow, which does give you that on-hit effect as well. So that's why I do this. No fight there between me and Mordekaiser. It's okay. Gonna clear down towards the dragon. I have 1 smite I can use now, but I do have to be careful with my next smite that I'll need for the dragon if I want to do it there. I do need to be a little higher on HP wanting to do this dragon. I should just go check Top Scuttle while this respawns at the moment. Because obviously I want to do the... Oh, he hasn't recalled yet, so he loses. Because he doesn't recall yet, I'm fighting this. There we go. Good flash. Take the maximum distance and then run to the plant. Good. That's just a, like, normally speaking, I wouldn't recommend 1v1ing somebody like that, but I had, like, an entire Amp Tome and Dark Seal advantage on him. So I should be okay in a situation like that. That is something you can check whether you want to take a fight or not. Whether, like, doing that. This is a chaotic game, though, I will say. I'm taking 2 daggers now. At this point, I'll have the, like, I have already quite a good amount of AP, and just a little bit of an extra attack speed is going to help me on Dragon, still. I'm just going to... like clean up my clear here at going down towards the dragon. So we'll do raptors into like wolves and gromp here, sorry. Okay, well, guess we can see what happens when it goes wrong, I guess. It's fine though. Clear this up. That should kill the rest, I hope. Or not. There's level 5, good. Keep maxing your E first. And we just finish off these 2 camps here, and then we'll look for the dragon. Like, keeping the consistency still there, right? I need to make sure I keep the clear going. Raven is getting pushed in quite heavily. Okay. That's just a level 6 advantage for Mundo. Well, okay, my boy the dragon. Mordekaiser, you are playing aggressive and for objectives. I can respect it. Fair enough. Misfortune is pushed in here. This plant should be here because it spawns at about 5:15 to 5:30. So we just walk up. Use my W to get in range. Hopefully he just lands the hook. I really should have given that to Draven, actually. Let's do it. Draven is one of those champs where you should just give the kill. I just wanted to finish him off, really, for the kill shot, honestly. But obviously Draven gets additional gold from the thingy. So, yeah. I need to, I kind of have to respect that. Pushing the wave so Draven gets the recall here, because he doesn't have much HP or mana. Take my recall here as well. Pick both of these things up, and we just sprint out of base again. It's all good. We're still rushing into the Nashers here. And now our camps will basically be respawning. I think I took like enough of extra time as well, playing for like a bot play situation here, that my camp should respawn relatively smoothly as well. This thing should be coming back quite soon. I have a feeling this Mordekaiser is probably going to be looking for this Rift Herald soon, based on the way he's been playing so far. So that will be something to look for. Getting level 6 here soon. I don't want to use my smite right now in case I do want to go for this Rift Herald, or like want to contest it, because obviously having smite up for an objective is quite massive. I'm going to use my E here because I want to use that going into this red buff. I did hit level 6 there. After this, like if this respawns, I could clear, but I can also just check the Rift Herald right now, going into the objective. You can still see me keeping the kind of the flow of going top down with the clear the entire time. It does respawn in time, so I could do it. But based on Mordekaiser so far, I'll check the Rift Herald real quick. So we walk up to him, make sure we land the ultimate again. Okay, that's annoying. He flashed it. Should be able to chase him out, though. I think with my next E being up, he should die still. Ah, but... Okay. That is very, very annoying. Fire. We don't... Oh, okay, well, she overextended. We don't want to fight there because we see a colossal mid lane disadvantage. I probably should have pinged him to walk away. Okay, I'm dead. I'm not dead, actually. Mundo goes for the other guy. Chilling. The colossal mid lane disadvantage prompts that Riven can't actually go forward and hit Mundo. So I wanted to walk out and just take the blue buff instead. But if you... Like, that's just looking at the situation, right? If I try to commit to a fight there, not only are my cooldowns going to be very awkward, it's also going to be such a disadvantage on that mid wave. Where the Yone can rotate much faster, which he did, and Zed didn't get the chance to rotate at all, basically. He's gonna ult me if I'm not careful. Oh! Plus he didn't ult me. Thank you. I did hit him. That's something. Okay, this guy's gonna die now. That's good. Auto attack move on him. Very nice. Actually, very good cleanup there. Beautiful. Okay, now we take the objective. Oh, this is such a mess, man. Holy moly. After killing the enemy jungler, instead of rotating towards my bot side camps, obviously taking the objective is better in this situation, so definitely do that. I don't want to, like, do the objective straight up when the enemy team would be alive, but in the situation where you do kill them, it is better to just straight up go for the objective right now. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so for 120 on the dragon. This camp has respawned, which means this camp should respawn relatively soon-ish. I'm going to take the recall first here and actually buy my items because Naxos is a big spike, and then I'll clear top down. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do here. We're just going to clear down towards it. I have like a minute to get the dragon. If this happened to not respawn in time, that would be fine. I don't exactly remember when I cleared it, to be honest. I'm a little bit sketched out. Did she win this? Running top lane. This is just a cleanup play. Like, this is just a situation where you definitely go for it. Right here, I probably won't be able to connect. Actually, I can connect my ultimate. He walked into it, basically, so there we finish it off. That's like a good exception of when you actually do go top lane, like you see a good situation like that. And in this situation, I might as well just shove the turret completely and use my Herald to get a bunch of gold plates. Right here, get the turret low first, and then you keep hitting it, because then the Rift Herald will do guaranteed damage to it, basically. We're gonna have to respond to this. This gets the entire turret, which gives me a colossal amount of gold. And this should get the bounce as well, because I cleared that wave. And now I just have to recall, because otherwise I'd lose dragon. I might still lose dragon here, to be fair, but getting the bounce here already is great. Okay, get this, and then we'll build into Night Harvester once again. There's a chance I lose dragon here. I'm gonna have to clear like my camps with my auto attacks again until I got dragon form before I could even contest or try to contest dragon if they do it here. So if he happens to do it right now, I can't really do anything about it until I got my dragon form back. But the top lane play was way too good there not to go for it. That's fine. I wanted to initially play for that, but because of the Mundo being a free kill, essentially just any free kill you can take, right? And then also after that transitioning into the obviously like Rift Herald used on top for top turret, and it gets a second bounce as well. That takes priority over a dragon. It just does. Get my dragon form back. All of my camps are respawned. Okay. It's gonna walk. Oh, he's not gonna walk bot lane. I'm gonna shield my bot lane here. Okay, we're just gonna walk at him. I should land the ult dash and one-shot him. I'm gonna have to walk down. Like, I don't want to, but I'm gonna have no choice but to walk down here, I think. I'm gonna hit the plant, and that should be fine, hopefully. Nothing there. It's fine. Don't have to touch the wave here. I'm gonna check top scuttle right now. This game is such a mess. Check the top scuttle right here, and then we see the Mundo pushing in as well. So that could potentially result in me going for that here. I don't have my dragon form right now, but this is like a good angle where he is shoved in to the point where I can go for it. Riven would have all of her abilities, so it should be fine. Walk into like range first, then hit. Okay, flash, that's fine. Don't have to overchase because my Riven was going for the wave instead. I don't have my dragon form. I can't overchase that. If my Riven doesn't want to chase with me, there's no reason for me to chase as well. just a situation to realize that. And now we just go back to our clear, I guess. Try to keep the consistency of like clearing top down here once again. Much as possible, at least. I'm really trying to keep that consistency of the clear even in a game like this. I think this is good. I think it's better to see like when things go a little bit chaotic, how to kind of adapt to it a little bit better. We're gonna wait for this guy to walk up to the turret by walking around like this, and then walk at him. Use W to close the distance, and then ult to get in range. It didn't get to hit him here, but it should be okay. He's a little quick there with the plant as well. Oh, wait, why did you just do that? Do you think I was gonna chase him the other side or something? Oh. Okay, interesting. I thought he would just walk down and get out, but maybe he was too scared of my bot lane or something and trying to get like a better recall or something like that. Yeah, well. It was just a situation, right? Like, the enemy mid laner is going to be past this line, which kind of counts the same as the bush here with the line on this one. And also for bot lane, this line here. If he walks past that, you can kind of loop around like this real quick and see if you can go for the play. I was trying to connect my ult there, but he was creating a lot of distance, so I had to use my ult for a gap closer instead. Again, don't use my abilities there. Make sure to use as many of the... Just walk up to this one real quick. Oh my god, that hit. Okay, we're good. Walk with him, auto attack Q. Very good. And now we have to run for Mordekaiser. Yeah, that was a little awkward. Worked out though. Time to recall here. Right there, I just land the E and I wanted to flash Q, but I got CC'd by Seraphine for quite a while there, so it became a little awkward. So again, next item here, we're going to go into Cosmic Drive. You can just sit on the Dark Seal. You can absolutely, like I would usually upgrade the Dark Seal there into a Magi's with the money that I had. But again, sitting on it is completely fine if you're not comfortable with Magi's. I understand. It's fine. So we're just going to sit on it and be okay with that. It's going to count as a large roll the entire time, which is like 1200 gold value for 350. And it also can, like if you can hold your Dark Seal stacks for most of the time, like you can start trying to get into actually building the Magi's as well. So you can see it here. We just clear that. We have an entire play. All happened. We then, after this, a recall, and then we go for the second rotation once again. Just making sure there that no matter what happens, we go for this once again. I have 46 seconds on Dragon, and the Rift Herald just spawned. So I do have an option to go for this right here, which I am actually going to do. There's like fights going on bot side right here. Fights going on mid lane, so I should be able to quickly take the objective as a priority. Which is something I do want. This is also worth 300 gold on kill, so that's quite big. But yeah, we see a nice window of opportunity here, because I would still be able to make it to Dragon with that amount of time. Takes me like 15 seconds to walk down to Dragon, perhaps. You do have Blue Smite and the W and stuff. Could technically ult there, but I do have to be careful with my like team's positioning and stuff. I make sure to connect the ult, land the E, and then Q him, and he should be dead. He's already dead. He's gonna go back into my thing. Yeah, he's dead. Good. Dragon, I mean, since they're on Dragon right now, I don't know if it's gonna be, like, I can't reach that anyway, if that makes sense. Like, it's gonna be whatever. So I'm just gonna use the time, since they are occupied, to push this wave out, so I can abuse the Rift Herald. I'm actually trading a Dragon for a play, which they did not end up getting Dragon, but look at how worth it this is, right? I can get the entire play here while they're busy fighting for Dragon because I had the Rift Herald, and now I can also shove this in. I'm gonna have to tank a turret here. Oh, nope, we're fine. There we go. That is an entire play off of just them going for Dragon, which might be tough to see when it happens, but if it does happen like that, and you do realize that the enemy is like going for the objective like that, and you just kill the mid laner, you literally just hard shove mid. Just use the Rift Herald to your advantage. Without a Rift Herald, I would have gone to the Dragon, by the way. Absolutely. No question asked. Literally would have gone to Dragon. Okay, not. I was considering going in on that, but as soon as I see the Mundo, I don't want to. Plus, I have 3,000 gold, so I do have to be a little bit careful. But that's just I just wanted you to note that giving up an objective like that, especially having Herald, is such an insane play, because if the enemy team is completely occupied on the objective like that, especially if your team is going to contest it as well, it allows you for such an insane push. Like, I got 3 turrets plus this. I got 4 turrets and an inhibitor of that, of just 1 Rift Herald. I don't think I've seen a more valuable Rift Herald in my life, basically. Also, that combines with Shyvana being an insanely good turret pusher because of being an AP champ with Nashers, right? Like, you can Q proc for double hits as well. Really good. Pick this up, and then we're going to go into the death cap next, as per usual. You can clear my topside camps here again. I'm just going for some plays there. We're going to clear these topside camps here real quick, and then we're going to like try to look for this. The enemy team currently has 3 dragons, which actually does really suck, but it's still worth it. Like, Soul Point could have been slightly different for this play as well, but this was just way too good of a push, so I'd happily give another dragon. I do have to be careful with that, though. I mean, obviously, the first game of this one was a better example of, like, dragon control, but if it happens to be not your thing in the game specifically, that's fine. I'd rather do Baron here. Because the push here is going to be super unlikely. They're all going to respawn very soon, and actually going for Baron here is definitely favorable. Again, objectives. They always take priority if you can in these situations. Like, any random team fight is just not going to be good enough. Should be fine here. But my consistency throughout farming here still is going to give me the the levels. Look at this. Because I kept that consistent pace in there the entire time, I'm actually level 15 still compared to like the rest of this, and it's all simply due to that. I don't really have anything to back for because I can't, like, I'm selling. If I sell my Dark Seal for a large roll, it's basically selling the same thing for the same thing, so it doesn't do anything. So, you know, it's a little bit like, why would I finish that off? I don't want to over aggress here because my entire team is not in a position to fight with me right now. And I don't want to be walking by myself into place that would cost me my entire HP bar. That would be quite bad. Make sure I don't get Mordecai's rolled. Try to keep a distance here. Finish that off. Good. We're going to come in from behind now. Get a good angle on the Seraphine her, hopefully. One-shot her. We then use that to flash in. Swipe in from behind. And that should be good. Can I get this? Oh, buddies. Let's go. Whew. Beautiful. So one thing you can do is instantly flash and then like Dragon E, then flash Q. Because it's going to give you colossal AoE damage. I needed to use my ult there for the initial gap close. And then you can clean it up like that. Having a good flank angle, picking squishy targets first is very good. And yeah, really. That'll be that for Shyvana. So again, death cap here. Last item can be a Lich Bane if you don't need magic penetration, which is going to be quite good. But if you do need magic penetration, Void Staff is obviously a good choice. And that would be that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the endgame stats. All right, so for the endgame stats here for this one, I ended up doing 21.3k damage, which is very solid. A lot of that obviously was from the last team fight as well, I will say, but very, very, very solid. We have true damage here at 790, just smite damage. Objective damage at 43.7k. Trying to get whatever I could. Obviously, he had pretty good dragon control throughout this game. He rushed and prioritized them, which was fine. If the enemy jungler does that against you, that's okay. But I made sure to keep my consistent jungle tempo while still trying to play for dragons. Like the way I played in the first game especially. I made sure to get the clear and then look for the objective. Get the clear and then look for the objective, etc, etc. This is going to pay out way more over most games. Because there will be some games like this where you will get pressed a little bit. But if you try to keep it consistent, it'll be fine for the most part. Because what happened based off that basically was that I am like level 15, closing in on level 16, being like 70 CS up on him. Because he tried to go for the play every time instead of going CS play. He went for the play like completely every single time. Which got him a fair amount of dragons, absolutely. But it slowly made sure that he kind of bled out, if that makes sense. Like, he couldn't keep up. Because at that point, like, as long as I go for clear play and then clear play again, etc., etc., kind of like cause him to fall behind very far. Yeah, objective damage. A lot of this is probably turret damage. Or not even. Rift Herald did a lot of turret damage. I don't know if that counts towards my stats, actually. Still 8.5k turret damage, I suppose. Healing done at about 10k. Damage taken at about 22.8. Self-mitigated, another 15.8. We have gold earned at 15.6. And for the runes, Dark Harvest for 1300 damage this game, which is okay-ish. Obviously, like the longer this game goes, from 25 minutes onwards, this thing starts stacking really, really quickly. Like 3-4k damage can easily be reached in like a 30-35 minute game, because that's when this starts to kick in quite fast, and when the scaling of this comes in. But yeah, Sun Impact for 700 damage. We have Treasure Hunter for gold tempo going into your Nashers, and then the Transcendence for CDR. Like, you have the CDR refund, but also the base 10 ability haste that you get, and ability haste being a great stat is great. For Shyvana, more AP, more E's, more Q's, whatever. And then Gathering Storm for just some stats here as well. But yeah, that's really it for Shyvana. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another one. Bye.